Okay, so there were few people who weren't there in the lecture in the afternoon at I think so 4:30 or something. So y'all can just view the recording, and I will just repeat the things which we did. So we actually just added a slider. Okay, I've sent the code to add for the slider on the group. So if you all just include that code, you will be able to add a slider. All right, so I had just shown you all how to just add a slider with these 5 slides. Okay, so if you want to add another slide to your document, you go in your slider thing, and you can just add another division. Okay, so I'll just write this comment. I hope you all can see the screen clearly, and okay, I'll just write this comment. Make sure you all add comments in your code so that next time when you try to remove something, or suppose you are making a fresh website, so you want a particular attribute, so you should be able to locate it in your main document. Okay, so I'll just save this much and say that right now we have like 1 2 3 4 5 slides. Okay, you can see there are 5 slides on my web browser, and if I want one more slide, I'll just copy this division. Okay, I'll just copy this division and I'll paste it. So now if I just go 1 2 3 4, and I have 6 slides. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, so if you want more slides, you just have to copy this entire division over here. Okay, you just hit Control C and just paste it and save it. And if you refresh your code, you see there are like 6 divisions. So how to add this slider? I had told you all. I had told you all to open a new document. Okay, slider.js, but that's not required. I have got the online link. Okay, you can just include the script which I have sent on the group. Okay, if I just navigate to this WhatsApp web. Okay, just a second. And if you see in the chat, I have sent you 2 links. Okay, one is a link for the script and one is the link for your CSS. So make sure you include both the scripts in your main document. All right, so we have one main document, that is index.html. so say if you want to use that slider in your contact.html, all right, if you want to use it in activities or members, so make sure you add that link in your document. Okay, so you see this first link, it's of the style sheet, so it starts from link rel style sheet, and then there's an entire link over here. All right, so you just copy it, you just copy this link and you go towards the top of your browser, and I mean of your document, and you paste the first link in your head tag. Okay, I have mentioned in the message, paste the link in your head tag only. Why? Because this is a CSS link. And the second link which I have provided is script src equals to, and there's another link. So you copy this link and you go down where you have included the scripts. Okay, so right now I have the script on my PC. Okay, so I don't need to add this link, but if I just remove my PC script over here, okay, slider.js, I save this online link and I go ahead and I refresh my browser, you see I have no different change over here. It's the same as before. Okay, you see this slider, it's same as before. So first thing, link your style sheet. Second thing, link your script. And the third thing you have to do is you just have to go in the WhatsApp web and just copy this code which is for the slider to be seen. Okay, if you just copy this code And after your navigation bar ends over here, just hit enter and make sure you add a comment. All right, so you know the slider is starting from here. Okay, you just go over here and you paste it. Okay, once you paste it, save it, and you should refresh your browser. So you will see 5 slides over here. All right, how many slides? 5 slides. So you all can just do that quickly. The ones who have done it, just let me know if it's working. The ones who are there in the afternoon, did this slider work for y'all? If not, just let me know. I think so. There was Helga, and there was Sister Annie, and yes, and there was Father Aruna also. So did y'all try adding the slider, and did it work, or y'all didn't try it out? Okay, that's great. So it worked for Sister Annie, and others, do y'all want to try it out right now, or y'all want to try it out later? Just let me know. So shall I proceed, or shall I wait for y'all to try it out? I think so. Y'all can try it out later on. Okay, 500. So we had to style our this footer. Okay, over here. So I have created a new code for my footer, a complete new styling for my footer. So I'll share the styling with you all in the document. So what I have done, I have removed this tag, okay, the first division, and I've added a new tag known as footer. Okay, even if you keep it as a division, it's no issues, but I have just done it for simplification. And then what I have done, I have removed the grid system. All right, I have removed the grid system, and I have styled each of them according to their class. So I have styled this class links, and I've provided a width as 70 pixels. And then I have styled this icons, and I have provided a width over here 30 pixels. Okay, 30%. Sorry. So when I expand this, you see my links are occupying 70% of the space, and my icons are occupying say 30% of the space. All right, you see these icons over here, they are using only 30% of the space assigned. And then I have the footer over here. So when I reduce the size of my browser, okay, you see this is occupying 100%, this is occupying 100%. So if I just remove this at media screens, if I just comment this code out, so what will you see is this is a bit haywired over here. All right, so this is coming down, and it's not in one particular line. So therefore I have added this responsive styling over here. So this styling is a bit more simplified. Okay, so I have 3 main classes. Okay, you see over here in the footer, I have 3 main classes. One is for the links. Okay, this ABC, QAZ 0, 1, 2, and all that. This is the main class over here. Okay, links. Then I have a class known as icons over here. Can you see I have a class known as icons over here? And the last class that I have is the end one. Okay, the end that shows copyrights 2020 to 2025. Make sure if you are adding this symbol and you are having a website which is a commercial website, all right, so it's for a school, or it's for a college, or it's for a small company you have opened, so you have to register these copyrights, otherwise it makes no sense of adding it. Okay, so right now we are just practicing it. So we have added this copyrights. So we have 3 main classes over here. You see links, icons, and end. So if I go to my at media screens, max width, suppose if it's 650 pixels, okay, 650 pixels. So if it's 650 pixels, so it should have no function. Okay, But if it exceeds 650 pixels, means it gets goes below 650 pixels, like this is like sort of 400 pixels. So what should happen is my icons, my links, and my end, these three divisions should have a padding 10 pixels, a relative position, and a width 100%. You see, all of them have a width known as 100%. So what is it doing? It's just occupying the entire space in the line. All right, it's occupying the entire space. And if you go down, you see this is also occupying the entire space over here also. Okay, so and my last, that is the copyrights thing, this one is also occupying 100% width. So if I would assign this as 50%, okay, 50%, I save it, refresh it. Okay, so what is happening? I can't see them right now. Yes, now I can see. Okay, so right now I can't see them, it's gone, they're gone somewhere else. Oh, with 500%, okay, 50%. Yes, so now it's occupying 50% of the width. Can you see over here? It's occupying 50%. So once I make it 100%, okay, I change it to 100%. I refresh it. So you see it's occupying 100% of the width. So that was the for the width, and you can assign some height also. Okay, height say 50%, I mean 50 pixels. So what will happen? It's occupying a height of 50 pixels. So 50 pixels is too less. We can make it like 200 pixels. So all of them are occupying 200 pixels. And this our main division, our main footer, I've assigned it just the border this. So we can assign this larger height also. So that will become better, like you'll see this border coming down and it's no longer over here in the middle of this page. All right, so you don't need to assign a height right now, but we can adjust the border space also. And if I just increase the height of this footer, say height equals 300 pixels. um okay, it's not changing. If I make it like 900. So yeah, so now this line has gone down. So you don't need to do this exactly, but you could have got that line down as well using this attribute. So just remove the heights from both of them, so it will just be simplified for you. All right, so no need of assigning a height as such. Okay, so it becomes like this. So this much is also enough for your sort of alignment in your footer. So what have we done? We have styled these classes. Okay, there's a style for my links. Okay, if I just go over here, you'll feel that there is a lot of styling. No, there's not a lot of styling over here. So I've just assigned it towards the left. Okay, float left. Font size, I've given a font size. I've given a width. Okay, 70% of my browser. Okay, you see this entire thing, it's occupying 70%. Okay, so that is the function of the width. And then I've aligned it in the center. Okay, if I just remove this center, I just remove this text align, I save it, I refresh it, you see it's come towards the left hand side. Okay, I could have aligned it towards my right hand side also. If I just go and change from center to right, okay, I save it, refresh it. So you see my text has gone towards the right of my browser and it's no longer towards the center of my page. So text align, I've kept it to center. All right, I've kept this text align to center. And then I've given a text decoration. I didn't wanted these lines. Okay, if I remove text decoration, so you will see there are underlines over there. Then I've given a color. You can give any color you wish. it's better to choose a color from the color picker. You go to the color picker and you choose a color from here. Say I like this yellow ochre color, or else I like this particular green color. So make sure you copy the hex code, Control C, and you go next to the color where I have written red. Okay, here I have written red, and you just paste the hex code along with the hash symbol. Okay, if I just remove this hash symbol, so it won't function. All right, make sure you add this hash symbol. It has a purpose, it has a function over here. Okay, so I save it, I refresh it. So you see I have this nice green color for my links. So I've added a hover effect, so it's just underlining the statements over here. You see links, in the links division, I'm choosing the A tab. Okay, I'm assigning a hover style to this A tag. Okay, this A tag has a hover style, and I have assigned a hover effect, that is text decoration equals underline. So you can change the color also. Say you don't like this color, I'll make it red. So when I'm hovering over here, I can see red color being hovered. Okay, so it's your wish. The hover effect, you can increase the font size, decrease the font size, change the text, I mean the font family. You can basically do anything with this hover effect. Add a shadow, remove a shadow, anything. Okay, and then I have styled these A tags. Okay, you see this Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Okay, so you see them. These are my A tags over here. If I go in my document over here, you see FA, Facebook is in my A tag, Twitter is in my A tag, Instagram is in my A tag, and then I have a button over here. All right, so I have styled both of them separately. All right, so I have styled the button and the A tag both over here. So in the A tag, what I have styled, I've given a text decoration none. I don't want those underlines over there. Background color black, color white. So this main color is white. If I change it to something else, say yellow, so I am seeing a background color as yellow. Okay, so Control Z, and I can change the color also from white to anything. I like this aqua color. I'm changing it to aqua. So you see my Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, they are having the aqua color over here. So there are websites who add their social media icons on the top. So we don't want that. Most of the websites, they keep it towards the end of their page. So we don't want an icon on the top. Make sure you keep it down below. Okay, so then I have styled this button also over here. So I have given margin top some space from this these icons. So if I just go ahead and I remove the margin top, save it, refresh it, you see it's just sticking to my icons. Okay, you see it's sticking to my icons. I don't want that. So therefore I've given a margin top over here. After a margin top, I've assigned a width 218 pixels. Okay, if I wouldn't assign a width, you see it's small in size. So how I have assigned it, you see I have given a width to these icons 50 pixels. So Facebook is 50, Instagram is 50, and this Twitter is 50. So if I just give 150, it won't satisfy my need over here. You see over here, 150, if I keep it to 150, it's become small. So you can increase it to 250 also. If I make it 250, it's become something more. So you can just align it the way you need it. All right, so suppose you have given a different width to your icons. Say I had given like 30 pixels width. So according to the width, you can just manipulate the width for my button. So this button has no effect. Okay, I'm just clicking on this button 100 times, so it's still not doing anything. Okay, so make sure you assign a width in accordance with these buttons. Okay, you can remove this button also. This button is not required as such, but I've just kept it like that. So so that the person knows he can go over here and support us, or they can follow us, or they can ask us questions over there. So I have done that as well. So You can assign a width according to your font size and width and all that. So I'm assigning it 118 pixels. So it's exactly almost in using this width which these buttons also have. All right, so yes. So anyone has a question? So I've just styled this button, and I've given it a hover effect also. Opacity equals to zero point 0. So just a second. So when I'm hovering over them, this color is changing over here. So I can change the color also in the hover effect. It's all according to my need. And I'll just share this entire code on WhatsApp as well as on the chat box. So you all can just copy it and paste it in your CSS file. Okay, this entire code has to be in your CSS file. Okay, so if you all have a question regarding say the CSS of the footer, just let me know. And if you have a question regarding the style, I mean the slider, just let me know that also. Anyone has a question, just go ahead with the question. So just now I've sent a CSS file code. Okay, so you include that in your CSS file only. Okay, and make sure you add comments like footer start, footer end, and all that, so that it avoids the confusion when you go to that website to edit it again, and you want to make some changes. So because of these comments, you will see that you know what is placed where. All right, so just include it in your CSS file. Anyone has a question regarding the footer and the slider, just let me know. If not, then I think I shall proceed with the styling of the slider. You see this slider over here, it's sticking to my navigation bar. I don't like that. All right, so I don't like this slider sticking to my navigation bar. So what we can do is we can just use the BR tag simply. So that is one possibility which you can do. If I just go over here and I write BR and another BR, okay, I save it, I refresh it. You see I have some space from the top. All right, so I want to reduce the space. I can just backspace one BR, and yes, so you can add the space if you feel you need it. If you don't, then no problem, you can stick to that. So we have other methods also. Okay, so what you can do, you can add a class over here, okay, in this Corsel cell or in the main division over here next to the Corsel. You just add another class. So say, okay, say slider, and I would advise you all not to add a class over here. Why? Because the main CSS style sheet, if it had a class name slider, then it might give you a problem. So add something else. Okay, you can write top slider or something. So don't give it a easy name. Okay, just add some attribute over here. So top slider. Okay, and you can style this also. You can give a padding. You can only give a padding. All right, and you can give it some height or a width also. Okay, and nothing else. You cannot adjust the position. Why? Because it's occupying 100% of my width. You see, it's occupying 100% of my width over here. All right, so don't give a position or something like that. You can assign it a height, and you can assign padding over here. So if you all want me to do that, so I shall guide you all through that also. Just let me know. If not, then I shall proceed. Okay, so what we can do, we can just give a general padding to everything. Like before the nav bar starts, you can open your body tag over here. Okay, open these curly brackets and you write padding, only padding. Okay, 10 pixels. So what will it do? It will assign a padding to all of these documents over here. Can you see? It's assigning a padding to all of the documents in my browser. So you can just assign a padding, a general padding to all of these documents. And this border radius, I think so, increase the border radius of this active thing. So border radius should be 5. I'll keep it to 4. No, it's still having some gap over here. All right, so no problem. So you can style your main navigation also over here. We'll give this this border radius. Okay, border radius, and I'll assign it 4 pixels. Okay, so now it's better. Like you cannot see the extra space it was leaving, that gap over here. You're seeing the gap because between the two curves there is a gap being seen. All right, so in other places it won't be seen. So if anyone has a question regarding adding the slider, okay, you can this slider has more this code over here. So if I just go in my JavaScript over here, slider.js, I expand my browser, there is a lot of code over here in my JavaScript. So I can't sit and explain this entire script to you all, because this is made by a company known as Flickity. All right, there's a company known as Flickity. You know what happens generally when people add a slider? So they either add it with buttons or without buttons. If you're adding with buttons, you cannot give an automated style, I mean an automated effect. Okay, if I just refresh my browser, you see automatically the slides will change. See, it's gone from 1 to 2, then from 2 to 3, and then from 3 to 4. Okay, automatically. So if you want a slider with buttons and with an automated timeout, so you can do that, but just by adding the script. So at the moment explaining this entire script, it will get too much, and you can just simply add this script over here. And I've explained you all how to increase the number of this slides over here. Just copy this division class over here, this entire thing, control C, and paste it within the same division. Okay, so control V, and you can paste it multiple times. Say if you want 10 sliders, okay, just paste it 10 times. Okay, right now I want only 7. So you see I have 7 sliders over here, 5, 6, and 7. All right, so if anyone has a doubt regarding adding a slider, just let me know. So you all can just add a slider, and right now if you all have the code, and just let me know if you all have a problem with adding a slider. If you all want to add it later on, just let me know that as well. So those who want to add it right now, just tell me, so I'll pause. Otherwise, I shall continue with the class. So I think so. You all prefer to add the slider later on. Okay, that's not an issue. Now, you'll say that I don't want this green color background. You see there's a green color background in my slider. Okay, you don't like this green color background. You want to add a picture over here. You don't want to see this green color background, all right? So we can add a picture instead of this background over here. So it's very easy. You go in your first division, okay, in your first class over here. So your sliders start from here. All right, from this 46th line over here of my text editor, I've just left a space over here. You see this small lines over here, division class equal to Corsel cell. You see them? So you have to add an ID over here. All right, an ID over here. And in the ID, you give a name. So say you are adding an image to your first class. All right, so give it a name as pick one. All right, then you go down, you want to add another image. Okay, so the first picture will be different from the second picture. All right, the first picture will be different from the second picture. So you create another ID, right? Pick two, another ID, and I pick three. All right, you save it. And when you want to add an image to your say website, all right, if you want to add an image, the first rule is that that image should be in the same folder. All right, it should be in the same folder. Now if I go in my main folder, that is Amir Z. Okay, you see I have one GIF image. Okay, I'll add it in my media files. Okay, so I have created these subfolders. Why? Because to avoid the confusion in my code. Okay, so if I would have like 100 pictures in my main directory, and I would have like lots of includes in my folder, and then CSS also. So what happens? My main folder, it looks confusing over here. All right, you will feel that this folder, it is just confusing you with lot of data over here. So make sure you add all the directories in a folder known as media. Okay, so it doesn't matter if it's in the same folder. All right, if it's in the same folder, it will be of no issues that you have different images, or you have many images in this file. So just to avoid the confusion, all right, just to avoid the number of files in your document, we are adding all the images in a folder known as media. All right, so right now I'll be adding just random images. So say now I'll go over here, I'll write tree. Okay, I like trees, so I'll download an image over here. So since if you're making a website for your company, you can add pictures of your company. Okay, I'll just save this image over here. Save image as, and make sure you save these images in a directory known as media. All right, you can keep it in the same folder also, it doesn't matter at all. Okay, I'm just keeping it in this file. Why? Because I just want to avoid the confusion. Okay, so I'll name it as trees. Okay, trees. I'm saving it. So now if I go in my folder amir.z, I go in my media directory. I have three files over here: one GIF image, one JPEG. I mean two JPEG pictures. So these pictures can be JPEG, it can be GIF, it can be PNG images also. Okay, now I go back in my text editor and in my, I think so, my browser. Yes, so now over here you see there is green color in my background. Okay, I don't like this green color. So what I have done, I have added an ID over here. All right, I have added an ID over here in my division. Now I have to style this ID. Can anyone tell me how do I style an ID? Anyone? If I want to style this ID, what do I have to do? Yes, we have to use the hash symbol. Someone answered in the chat box correctly. You have to use the hash symbol. So y'all won't have this code in your text editor, all right? So you have linked an online style sheet to your document, all right? So since I have added a ID over here, ID pick one, all right? So I go in my style sheet. Where am I styling my entire code? I add this hash symbol. Okay, here's my hash symbol and the ID pick one, and I have to style this particular ID. So I'll add a background. Okay, background URL. Okay, and then the name of the file. All right, so I want to display this file trees.jpg. So make sure you have these single inverted commas. So now, just a second. Now, if I just directly add the name of my image, okay, over here, trees dot say, okay, trees.jpg. Okay, I go in my web browser. I refresh my page. You see, I have no image over here. It's just showing one. Why is that? Why? Because my trees.jpg is not in the same folder. It's in a different folder over here. You see, it's yes, it's in my media folder. So can anyone tell me how will I add this media folder to this particular um, background? So how will I navigate my style sheet to the media folder? Can anyone answer this? Yes, so I've got a correct answer. You have to just write the name of your folder. So we have named it as media, a forward slash. So what will do? What will it do? It will select this folder media, and from the media folder, it will select this trees.jpg. Now I refresh my page. You see, I have this trees.jpg over here. Okay, no problem. So now you'll say that, okay, so this trees.jpg, it's repeating itself again and again. So yes, I'll be sharing the codes, don't worry. So we'll have to style this trees.jpg a bit. All right, so we have to the first thing we have to do is we'll have to close the repeat. Okay, so background and then repeat. Okay, repeat equals to no repeat. All right, so if I just make this as no repeat, and you'll see this, it's just occupying one small space. You wanted to occupy the entire space over here, all right, not this small space. So we'll assign a background size, background and size equal to 100%, 100%. Okay, and save it. Let's see now. So now it's showing itself over here, and I want to get rid of this one. Okay, so we can get rid of that one also. So just a second. So you can add this pic as a class also. If I just copy this and paste it over here, save it. Let's see. No, this one is not going. Don't worry, I'll show you how to remove that one. You'll have to navigate to this JS folder, and I'll remove that one somehow. Don't worry about that. And have you all understood how to add an image? Has everyone understood how to add a background image? If not, just let me know. Okay, that's great. So you can just add it this way. Just create an ID and you add this image over here. So you can add an image over here also just by using this image tag. Okay, image src, then the name of your file. That is, you have to first navigate to that folder, media slash, and then the name of the file. The name of the file is trees.jpg. .jpg. Okay, I save it. Then you don't need to add this ID over here. Then you'll have to style your image tag. All right, you have to style your image tag from this division. Okay, from this Corsel class division, you'll have to style this image tag. Okay, so if you just copy this Corsel cell and you go over here. Okay, so I'll remove this much. I write a dot and this name, and I write this image tag. Okay, img, and I style it. Okay, so first this much, if I just save it this way and I go in my browser, you see I have this tree image over here. It's at the bottom of my slider. So what you can do is you can sort of add these attributes. Okay, like width equals 100%. Okay, if I just do this, so it's using 100% of the width, and then height I assign it to 100%, and I save it. Okay, 100%, I save it. Okay, so it's not using my entire width. So I think so the previous method was better to add an image. I'll show you all how to remove that one, so don't worry about that. So this one will be removed from my document. So you add a ID and you name that ID as pick1. Okay, and then you name that ID as pick2, and whichever picture you are assigning, you just write the name of the document so that you don't have a problem with adding pictures. So if I just give the same ID as pick1 to all of these Corsel cells, so what will happen is it will have the same image in all the sliders. All right, so I'll remove these extra two sliders. Okay, I'll save it. So make sure you assign this a different ID to all of these pictures. Okay, so pick one over here, and then you go in your tech style sheet, and you put a hash symbol and write the name of the class, pick one, and background image. Okay, you can choose background image also, or else you can choose a background also. It's a completely perfect syntax. Okay, then URL, then single inverted commas, then the name of the folder, media slash, and the file. So first I'll put this dot mpeg. Okay, if I want this image, I can add this image. Then what I can add is I can add sort of this background repeat equals to no repeat, and then background size equals 100% in the height and 100% in the width. Okay, I save it, I refresh it. Just a second. Okay, yes. Okay, I save it, I refresh my browser. So you see I have this GIF image over here, and if I just copy this class again, okay, copy it, and I would be using the same class for my second slider also, okay, pic2. So what would happen? My pic2 would also have this particular image over here. So therefore I have assigned a different ID. So this, I'll keep this to picture2 and make this picture2, and I'll change the name of the file from here. Okay, trees. So when I go in my next, okay, trees dot, yes, so I forgot to, yes. So now I have my tree image over here. So similarly, you can add a third image also. You just go in your ID over there and give it a hash symbol, or what you can do, you can just copy this, paste it, make this pic3, and change the name of the file. Okay, football.jpg. So now I have my football.jpg over here. So if I go in my fourth slide, so I see this green color background again, and if you want to remove it, you can just add this background as this particular image. So that was about adding an image in your sliders. Okay, so I hope you all have understood it. If not, then just let me know what part you haven't understood. So I'll share the code, and you all can just practice it. So that was about adding images in your slider. All right, so now more or less everything is almost done. Now you can add main content in your document over here. Okay, you see we have a header, the slider, and this footer over here. This footer is mobile responsive, this header is also mobile responsive, and the slider is also mobile responsive. It's actually taking 100% of the width. So therefore you don't have to give it a mobile responsive attribute over here. So it's just occupying simply 100% of your browser width, and you don't have to add some extra style to sort of make it mobile responsive. So that was about the slider. And then now what we can do is we can add stuff to our web browser. All right, so now I'll add a new comment on my document. Okay, so say this is the, suppose you're adding a picture of the founder of this page, all right, or the founder of your school, or as the principal of your school. So just add a comment as first sort of first info, first info start, and first info end. All right, so make sure you copy this, paste it, and change the start to end. All right, so now you can add main content in your document over here. So if we go to websites like this, let's just select a website. Okay, I go to my school's website over here, and you see I have a lot of this content being displayed over here. Am I right? So there is a slider over here. Okay, it has a different styling completely. So, and then after the slider I have my main content. So you can add anything in your main content over here. Here they have a sort of a sidebar, side navigation bar, and then they have added some information over here. If I go to, okay, Xavier's Engineering Institute. You see there is the slider, and then they have added content like they have added content over here. So see, here's the director's message, then the principal's message, then stuff like that. So now you just have to add things to your website, so you can add that easily. Say you want to add uh, a picture of the founder and some something what he says. All right, so you can do that easily. So I'll just add an image. So the image will be in your media directory. Okay, okay, media slash and the name of the image. Okay, trees.jpg. And if I just save this much, I go in my website over here. So I have this tree.jpg. So we can give this some space just by adding a br tag again. So it has some space. So it's still occupying some. You see these dots over here. So they are still occupying some space. So br tag again. Okay, so now it's not occupying. And now we'll add some text over here. All right, so we'll open the p tag all right over here, and then the lorem tag. Oops. Okay, lorem. I'll save it. And you see I have some text over here. So I've shown you how to get this text towards the left of my document also. So does anyone remember how to do that? So it's very easy. You just copy this entire thing. Okay, Control X, and you paste it in your tag over here. Okay, paragraph tag over here. And if you refresh it, so still it's not occupying this entire space. So within this tag you can give it a small style. Okay, you can open the style attribute over here, and then float equals left. All right, float left. So now it's floated towards the left, and there is text towards the right. Okay, Control C V V. And you see there is some photo, like you can add the founder of your school, or the founder of your church, or the founder of your website. All right, and you can add this a text next to it. Okay, then you can give it a font size, a font style, a different font family. So you do that in the style.css. Okay, after your slider end, you open another sort of comment. All right, and you can add styling to your first document, or else you can use the same styling everywhere. So if you're using it everywhere, you can write something in your comment like styling to your text. And suppose I'm styling my paragraph tag. All right, so I'll hit over here, then font size, and say I want a bigger font size. Okay, I'll write 15 pixels, save it, refresh it. Okay, 15 is too small, I think so. And I'll change it to, so you see my font size has increased. All right, and you can add a font family also, font family, and I want this monospace font family. Okay, so from serif it will change to monospace. All right, so this is the monospace font family. And say that that you don't want this text to stick to your document over here, so you can add some internal styling, some basic internal styling after this colon. So over here you'll write margin right. All right, you want some space from the margin right, you write say 10 pixels. So now it's not sticking towards your document, I mean towards the text over here. So you can add some more of this text, and you can assign this float equals to left. All right, so if I just copy this entire thing and paste it over here. Okay, so float equals to, okay, right. And you see I have another paragraph over here, and this document is this particular image is seen right next to it. So you can add a height and a width to this image also. And say if you feel that there's very little space between your first paragraph and the second paragraph, you can just add a BR tag, and you will see that it has some more space between them. You see over here, it has some more space over here. So you can add a height to your image also. So say if you assign a class to this image, then you can style it well. All right, class, and say image one, save it. So then you won't need to include all of this extra style from here. Okay, you can just control X, remove it, and you can go in your styling, and you can open this class. Okay, the name of the class was dot image one, then these curly brackets, make sure you close them also. Okay, and now styling it, it will be a bit better. All right, so I just save it, I refresh my browser. You see that it has the same styling over here. So here you can add more things. All right, so margin right you have added. You can add this height also. Height, say if you want it a bit more, I would suggest to add like 50 pixels EX. Okay, let's see how does it look. Okay, it's become too small. So you can make this as 100 pixels. Let's see now. Okay, it's still small. So now I've assigned a 300 pixel height. So if I just expand it, yeah, so now it's using a bigger height over here. So you can decrease the width also. Width, say you feel it's too much, so you can make it 400 pixels. You can decrease it, and now it's become 400 pixels, but the height has remained to that particular size only. So you can style this image also. Say I was using another image over here. Okay, I'll just go over here, and I'll just, okay, I'll just change this to football.jpg. Okay, so now I have a football image over here, and I can assign this a class as well. All right, say class and image 2. So what I can do, I can just use this entire style for my class image 2. So if I just go in my CSS 2 and open the curly brackets, I paste this code, I save it, and you see it is having the same styling. I can add a height, a width, and stuff like that. And this is how you can add text. So it's not necessary each and every paragraph you add has to have a sort of a image or a video or something like that. It's not compulsory. And in your sliders also you can add this videos. How we added images, you can, I think, add videos also, but it's preferred to stick to images only. In your slider you can max to max add a GIF image. GIF images would be better, and I'll show you how to remove this 1 2 3 4 5. All right, I want to get rid of this 1 2 3 4 5, and I'll show that to you all soon. And is there anything else you all want to learn to add in your document? So this is just the basic text you can add. You can sort of add links within your text. All right, so suppose I want to add a link to this accept your word. All right, so I'll just open my a tag. Okay, I'll close my a tag over here, and then href equal to that Google search, or else that word accept your. So suppose if I just search for this word on Google. Okay, I paste it over here, and you see I'm getting a link over here for this particular search query. Okay, I just copy this and I paste it in the href. All right, control V, and I go in my web browser. Okay, I refresh my page, and you see I have a link within my this paragraph. I click on this. Suppose the person doesn't know the meaning of this word accept your, so he can just go on that link and he can just find out more about it. So is there anything specific you all want to learn to add to your website? I'll show you all how to add a form. All right, in the contact section, instead of creating input fields and manually adding, how do you add a pop-up text banner? Where do you want the banner to be? Can you just tell me where? Acha, okay. So yes, I understood. I understood. On like when you go to a particular website, you want a banner to be seen. Then you close it. Do you mean like this? Like when I go over here, you like this banner. It's coming. So you have to add that using JS JavaScript. So I will show that how to add a pop-up banner. So it's done using JavaScript. Why? Because there's a function to close this document also. All right, you see we have just closed that document. So the JavaScript file, I'll search for a smaller this code so that you can add it in your includes folder, and you can add that particular pop-up banner also. All right, so I'll show that to you in the next class. Anything else you all want to learn specific? So what you all can do for now, you'll just copy this footer and this header and make sure it's there in all of your documents. Okay, right now it's not there in my activities, about, members, and contact. So it's then my home page. So now what will I do? I just copy this entire footer over here from here, footer start to footer end. Okay, I'll copy this entire thing. I'll go in my other document, say members.html. All right, so I'll go over here after my nav ends and I'll save it. Contact form, I'll go over here, I'll paste it, I'll save it. Activities also. So you should have this footer everywhere. Why? Because this footer should be there in all of your documents. Okay, so make sure you have this header and this footer common to your entire web page. All right, no need of adding a different sort of header and a footer. I mean, so you see I have this footer for my activities, about, members, and for my contact. Okay, this footer is a responsive footer. We have linked the same style sheet to all of these documents. You see each and every document should have that style sheet in order for it to perform that task. All right, so I'll just close this and say in the members, what you can do is I'll just show what text you can add in members. Okay, here we are in the members. You can create a grid over here. All right, you what you do is you just create a grid and you display pictures of the members of your sort of community or for that website. So here I can just add another comment. So leave the comments for now. What we'll do, we'll open a division over here. Okay, this is just an idea. Say that you have a website which is offering online courses. Okay, so instead of members, you can write courses over here. All right, so it will show the list of the courses and people can just join in for that course. All right, so I'll show you all how to do that. So you just create a division and give this division a class. All right, give it a class and say, so when you have a CSS folder, what we do is we create a different CSS style sheet for different files. So I could have given this word as the class as members. Okay, I'll give it a class as members, and I can create a new style sheet for this page, or else I can style it within my main document also. So this style.css right now, it doesn't have so much coding. It just has like 200 lines, 240 lines of coding. So you can either add that styling in your main style sheet, or else what you can do is you create a new style sheet, control new and control S, and then what you do is instead of giving it an extension dot html, for suppose you're creating a new style sheet for members. All right, so what you can do is members.css. So you will know this styling is for members.css only. All right, it's not for someone else. So make sure you link this style sheet. So when you're creating a page, make sure you have that page and the style sheet side by side, so you don't get confused, and no other document should be open. It's just a suggestion. It's not compulsory to add this style sheet and keep the members while programming it or while coding it. So you create a style sheet for each of your documents and make sure you link it. How you link it? Can anyone tell me how to link a style sheet? If I want to link this members.css to my members.html, so what will I do? How do I link this members.css? Anyone can answer? How do I link a CSS file? External CSS. How we have linked a style sheet before, we have to use the same method. It's very easy. Yes, link rel style sheet. Someone has answered it correctly. So you have to go in your head tag. First thing, you have to go in your head tag. Then you can add this code anywhere. Okay, it's not compulsory. It has to be before the meta tags, after the meta tags, after the title tag. It's not compulsory. So you have to write link rel style sheet. Okay, and then the name of the file. Suppose the file is in the same folder, so you just have to write the name of the file. Suppose if it's in a CSS folder, all right, you have created a separate folder for CSS. So then the name of the folder, if the name of the folder is CSS, keep the name of the folder as CSS. If it's style, so style. So the name of the folder, and slash the name of the file with the extension. So right now it's in my same folder. I don't have to add this forward slash. So I'll just write the name of the folder. I mean the file, members.css. Okay, and then what will I do? I will sort of create a class known as members. Okay, dot members. Again, these curly brackets, and then I will assign a styling. Oops. Okay, so say for now I'll create a grid layout. All right, so within a class you can create multiple classes, and then in that class you can style that thing. So do you all want to learn to add a slider for the members, or just a sort of a list, a display of all the members? You can add a slider and as well as a display also. So you all want to add a slider, not this slider, all right, not the main slider which we had learned before, not this slider. I have another sort of slider which you can use. So I can teach you how to add a slider for that as well. If not a slider, what you do, you create a division inside it, this, okay, division, okay, and within this division you give this division a name. All right, so we'll give this division a name, sort of, and I'll assign it group 1. I'll copy this and I'll add multiple divisions, okay. Group 2, group 3, and group 4, okay. And within these 4 groups we will add multiple divisions. Why are we adding so many divisions is when you make this website mobile responsive, so we will want only 3 things to be displayed at a particular time, okay. So I will be creating 3 more divisions in this, okay. um so class, and I'll write info 1, okay. I'll copy this thing, info 2, info 3, okay. Stick to 3, okay. At a time keep 3 in one particular class. You all will understand the entire method once we make it mobile responsive, okay. So you can add this entire thing to other groups as well, okay. So what will happen when we make it responsive, so 3, instead of showing at a time 6 pictures, or instead of showing at a time nine pictures, we are showing 3 each. Why? Because if you show more than 3 pictures, the document will become a bit congested. I understanding it will become very congested, so therefore I'm sticking to 3 at a time. So the class doesn't matter, okay. You can keep it to the same class in all the groups, it doesn't matter. And now we will be adding some content to these divisions. So for members, I would suggest you all create like 4 to 6 groups, as many as possible, as many as you like, all right. And within these groups you create sub divisions known as info 1, info 2, info 3, okay. So we will add some information, okay. So we can add a picture of the person and then some text below that image, am I right? So if I just save this much and save this much, you see I have nothing in my members, okay. Right now I still have nothing over here. So what we can do is we can add an image, and from the media folder I'll choose the image, okay. Media slash, and then trees dot, okay. I hope this is the name of my file, trees.jpg, okay, yes. And I'll add some text over here, okay. Lauren, okay, and I save this. So what will I do for now? I'm using the same sort of this description to all of my documents at the moment, okay. Later on we can change it to the way we like, okay. Just a second, I'll just, okay, the lorem tag, all right. Okay, so just now just ignore this. The reason we keep it in the same line is because we know that this particular thing is within this section, All right, so it makes no difference in the code as such. So just a second, just hold on. Okay, I just saved it and I refresh. So you see it's just displaying plain text over here and then the picture. So we don't want that. We want them all in one particular line, all right, in one particular section. All right, so we can do that. We can what we will do is we will style info1, info2 and info3, and we can this style this group1, group2 and group3 also. So this will be a bit complicated, therefore I told practice grids, so that you all don't get confused while we are creating it. Okay, so right now how shall we do it? So in one members section we will display six particular we will display six informations over here. Okay, so I'll just copy this entire thing and I'll just paste it over here. If I just paste it over here, what happens? This is group 2, and yes, this is group 2. So you see right now I have these six of them. Okay, and now we will add some CSS. Okay, so the class will go on for some more time. Please hold on, and we will make this display equals grid. All right, first thing, and then grid template columns. Okay, grid template columns. Okay, template columns. Repeat. Okay, so we are adding repeat. So it will from this entire division. Okay, members. If I just reduce the font size, you see in my members tag I have this group 1, group 2 and group 3. So we will say repeat 3. Okay, we want to repeat sorry, 2 of these classes. Okay, and we will assign it a size 1fr 1fr equal size. We don't want different sizes. I just save it and I refresh my browser. So you see it is assigning this particular layout for my document. All right, so you see I have this group 1. So 1 2 3 1 2 3 in my group 1. 1 2 3, this is my group 2. You can see this first column is my group 1, this second column is my group 2. So we can assign more content. Okay, what I'll do, I'll just copy this entire thing, this info1, info2, info3. Okay, I'll paste it in my group 3 again. Okay, the same thing, and I'll go in my members.css. Now I'll write repeat 3, and I'll keep it to the same ratio, 1 fr 1 fr and 1 fr. Okay, 1 fr. So now you see I have 3 sections over here, 3 particular columns. So you can increase the number of columns also. So suppose if you want to repeat 4, okay, we can repeat it to 4. So right now we don't have anything in the fourth one, fourth group. So therefore there's nothing being displayed. If I just paste it over here again. So now right now I have 4 sections. Okay, so suppose here is one member of your NGO. Here is the second member of your NGO. Here is the third member of your NGO. Here is the fourth member of your NGO, and so on. You can add members to your page. I've just added this section just for namesake. Like suppose if you're making a website for NGOs, you can just add members. Suppose if you don't have many activities to name, or else you don't have many subsections to add to your website, you can add a members page. Suppose if you're creating a page for e-learning purpose, okay, you are providing this link for information purpose, like you are offering multiple courses, all right, in machine learning, in AI, and you are assigning in app development, in programming. So what you can do, you can add the name of your course and add a description, add a photo, and then number of courses you are assigning, I mean you're offering over here. So you can make a list like this. And suppose if I make this browser small, you see it's not mobile responsive. The person will have to like navigate to the side of your page, control shift I, if I go in my developer tools. So the person will have to scroll like this again and again. All right, so this is not looking that great. So we will learn how to make it mobile responsive also. Okay, so I'll just choose iPad Pro, and you see, all right, so it's right at the moment not mobile responsive. I don't know why it may yes, my responsive thing is not being seen over here. I think I have to just check with my yes. So if I go to Motorola G5, and you see my navigation bar is mobile responsive, my footer is mobile responsive, but this particular list over here, it's not at all mobile responsive. Okay, the person has to scroll towards the end to view it. So what we can do, we can add one item in one particular column over here. All right, so the mobile responsive part, you all want, I can do it right now also. If you all want, I can do it tomorrow also. So have you all understood how to make a list over here like this? And then we can add some more style to this. Okay, so I'll go over here, I'll write group 1. Okay, padding equals say 5 pixels. I'll use the same styling for all of my groups. Okay, so I have my group 2 also, group 2, group 3, and group 4. I save it. So you see they are not touching each other. Okay, they are not that close to each other, but it's not mobile responsive at the moment. All right, so the person will have to navigate towards the end of this page to see it. So have you all understood how to add a sort of a grid over here, a grid display over here? It's very easy. We have just added a few lines, a basic grid display. So grid template columns repeat 4. We are repeating 4 groups. So suppose if I would have 5 groups, or else if I want to repeat only 3 groups, so you can do that also. Oops. 1 FR, 1 FR, 1 FR, and if I save it, okay, so you should see 3 columns over here. At the moment it's not showing for some reason. No problem. So you can add this particular layout of a grid in your document, and this is how it's done. So I'll just keep it to 1 FR, so it will repeat only. Yes, now it's repeating 3 columns over here, and not more than 3. So you can reduce it to 2 also. I want only 2 columns to be seen. So I'll write 2 and then comma and then 1 FR. So the ratio will be 1 FR. You can change the ratio to 1 FR, 2 FR also. Okay. Okay, now it's not working. I'll show you how to add some more this sort of space, like you want to assign this more height or width. So I'll do that also. So have you all understood how to create a grid layout over here? You can add anything over here. Instead of members, you can write the list of courses we are offering, or the say the names of people who are there in our community, or you can add some reference documents also. So you can add anything over here using this grid layout. And anyone has a question, they can just go ahead with the question. We have this members, we have this home page ready. So in home page, you can add lists, you can add main content. So the content, all the displaying of the content just depends on you. So right now I can just tell you all that yes, you can add paragraph tags, you can add a picture next to it, you can add h1 tags. And someone had told me about a pop-up banner, so I'll share how to add this pop-up banner also. It's done using JavaScript, and I'll make sure I get rid of this number 2 being displayed. Anyone has a question regarding all of this, just go ahead with that question. If not, then I think so we shall end this class, or you all want to learn how to make this part mobile responsive. So we have this lorem tag, we haven't kept it in a particular tag, so we can make it in this paragraph tag over here. And I'll just close my paragraph tag everywhere. So that it just jumps to the next line. So you see this particular paragraph tag has jumped to the next line over here. And the reason it's displaying so large content and the text is so big is because we had assigned this value in another CSS document of ours. All right, if you go to the style.css and you reduce the font size of this P, which you are assigned, so it will be working completely fine. So therefore we assign classes. All right, we assign a class everywhere, so that this particular tag styling is not assigned to the entire document. So we can just go ahead and style this P again. I don't know if it will use this P. Font size equals 20 pixels. Yes, so it listened to our query over there. So the reason others are not being styled in that particular font size is because all of them are not in the P tag. All right, you see this one is only in the P tag. So what I'll do, I'll just copy this and H. So I want to just replace this text. All right, the Lorentz. So you can replace the text by in this subline using the option Control H. Okay, so replace, 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 replace. So replace all, and it's done. So once I save it, I go over here. So you see all of them over here. So you can keep the photo in the center, and you can align it to the left, to the right, as you wish. So you can customize things according to your need. So 2 is also good enough. So if I make it small also, it's just going a bit outside and it's not going too far. And I'll show you how to make it mobile responsive, so you can display a person's identity or the courses you're offering in one particular list. So is there any doubt, question, query you all want to ask regarding this grid layout we have created? You can just go ahead with that. If not, then shall we end the class? If you all have a doubt regarding the slider also, just let me know. I'll tell you all how to add this slider. You can add content in your activities, in your about, and then the contact form I'll show you all how to add. So y'all want to learn it right now, I can teach it right now. If y'all want me to end the class, I can end it right now also. Just let me know what shall I do. Okay, so we can end this class, and anyone has a doubt they can still ask me, and if not, then y'all can just leave the class, and I'll share the code on WhatsApp. So anyone has a doubt they can stay back, and I'll just stop my recording.